introduce our next speaker, Ken Abramowitz. Everybody that's worked for Israel and on our side of the political spectrum and others will know this man. He has his fingers in every single pie. He's supporting every worthwhile movement here in Israel. The guy just flew back, especially after being here a week ago, just to speak to us this evening. He is a real tzaddik and a brilliant man. I want to call Ken Abramowitz to the podium, and he's got some special words for us tonight. Ken.
Thank you very much, Mark. It's an honor to be here tonight with my friend Tony Scaramucci and my other friends from America. I think I was just here a week ago, but suddenly I'm back again. So I wanted to give you a quick 4-minute philosophical update of what's wrong in the world and how to fix it. So I'm going to do an exercise that I call win, lose, tie. Win, lose, tie. Now, if one of you were a coach of a team and you had a big game in a week and you pretend it's a sport that you could win, lose, or tie, and I interviewed the coach and I said, "Coach, do you want to win, lose, or tie next week?" He would say, "I'm a coach. My job is to win." And if we said to him, "Do you have a strategy to win?" Those are just words. And if the coach trusted me, he would give me a strategy of how he's going to win. So that's pretty obvious. Now let's go to an example of a doctor. So you go to a doctor, and the doctor tells you you have a big infection. And the doctor says, "Do you want to win, lose, or tie?" And you say, "Doc, I'm a patient. I have an infection. I want to win." He says, "Well, I can give you the full dose of antibiotics, and you'll win. We're going to kill the bacteria. I can give you half a dose, and we'll tie the bacteria, and maybe you'll win and maybe you'll lose. And I can give you no antibiotics, and you will certainly lose." So you will say to the doctor, "Doctor, I want to win. Give me the full dose of antibiotics. We're going to kill the bacteria. I don't want to hear about collateral damage or children or houses. Let's just kill the bacteria." Okay, so now let's go to national security. So for national security, just pretend we're interviewing President Trump. And we say, "President Trump, do you want to win, lose, or tie?" Let's say relative to Iran, the #1 terror organization in the world today. He would say, "I want to win." Now, if he left the room and we just looked at the internet, we just looked at his actions, does President Trump want to win, lose, or tie? The answer is he wants to tie. Now, pretend we have Prime Minister Netanyahu here, and we say, "Mr. Prime Minister, do you want to win, lose, or tie?" He would say, "I want to win." If we then looked at his strategies, he wants to tie. So the point I'm getting to is democracies want to tie. But now let's interview the supreme leader of Iran. So we say, "Mr. Supreme Leader, dictator, self-appointed dictator of Iran, do you want to win, lose, or tie?" He'd say, "I want to win." And if we looked at his strategies, they want to win. So the point I'm getting to is bad guys want to win and good guys want to tie. That's not a healthy relationship in life, and it often leads to war. So let me just leave you with 7 conclusions that you might find interesting. Number 1, trying to tie with those who want to win will lead to losing. Number 2, trying to tie energizes those who want to win. Number 3, trying to tie leads to less violence short-term, but more violence long-term. Number 4, democratic governments try to tie 99% of the time. Number 5, future big wars can be avoided by having lots of little wars right now. Number 6, democratic governments only seek to win 1% of the time, and only after shocking attacks by their enemies, like Pearl Harbor, 9/11, or when 3 boys were kidnapped and killed a couple of years ago. And number 7, my final conclusion, we are now in World War III, whether we know it or not or want to think about it or not. We will win if we take the offensive. We will lose with our current defensive strategies. Thank you very much. It's great to be here. Great to be in Israel again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abramowitz.